Well, 12 jurors who determined the fate of alleged mob boss James Whitey Bulger back at it this morning. Justin Michaels live outside the Moakley Federal Courthouse with the task at hand for these 8 men and 4 women jurors. And Justin, now we're just waiting for the verdict to come in here.
Yeah, it is a waiting game. Let's take bets on when this is going to actually happen. What we do know, 35 days of testimony. We have 72 different witnesses that this jury has personally seen. And now it is their daunting task to take all of that and turn it into a verdict. Jury deliberations started at 10:48 Tuesday morning. The 8 men and 4 women have a daunting task of going through 32 counts individually. Bulger faces life in prison plus 30 years. The 83-year-old accused mobster is charged in a 32-count racketeering indictment and for participating in 19 murders during the 1970s and 80s, while he was allegedly the leader of the Winter Hill Gang in South Boston. The jury deliberated for 6 hours Tuesday as they start the process of going through 2 months of information, where the prosecution portrayed Bulger as a hands-on crime boss who killed people himself, while Bulger's lawyers tried to paint the prosecution as desperate, offering drastically reduced prison terms for 3 former Bulger cohorts in exchange for them testifying against Bulger. So, how long could a verdict take? Listen now to NECN legal analyst Michael Coyne.
It could be a very quick verdict. The evidence in some ways is overwhelming. Mr. Bulger hasn't disputed some of the charges. It's much more related to a few of the charges that his defense has been particularly strong on. But I would think that the jury recognizes that having taken this long to try it, they ought to give it at least a couple days to try and resolve whatever differences they may have. There are honest disagreements with respect to some of the facts, and then come back with the decision.
All right, so deliberations begin again here at 9 o'clock this morning at the Moakley Federal Courthouse. They do go until 4:30 this afternoon, unless, of course, the jury does come to some resolution on all 32 counts in this indictment. We'll see if that actually happens. And then as far as sentencing, Eric, we're talking 6 to 7 weeks after the jury hands down their verdict, unless the judge pushes that forward. But this may not be the last time Whitey Bulger sees himself in a courtroom. He faces other charges, Eric, in Florida and Oklahoma. Back into you.
That's Justin Michaels live for us outside the Moakley Federal Courthouse. Stay with NECN, NECN.com. Latest on the Bulger trial. When we get the verdict in the case, we'll bring you live coverage on air.